Hi everybody, well, I'm back in Ottawa. Not for long, but I'm back in Ottawa. Kicked my son out for a few days, and I want to talk about my flight experience and my travels because flying is a mess out there right now. So how did I do? Okay, about a week, 10 days before I had to fly to Rome, everything was in the news. Toronto International Airport here in Canada was voted the worst airport in the world for that one weekend. The luggage was lost, every flight was delayed and canceled, it was just a mess. Heathrow Airport, you saw piles and piles of luggage stranded all over the place. And it wasn't the only airport. And remember on my trip home from Amsterdam, I had that horrible experience where they were sending people who were standing in line for over an hour and a half back to the beginning of the line that would have been another 2.5 hours to get back to where we were. And yeah, it just was not a good experience. So how did this trip go? Well, I don't know what it was, but I must have had a lucky star shining above my head this whole trip. I really did, because people all around me were having horrible experiences. Horrible experiences. And I just seemed to like luck out, literally. We'll start off with my flight from Ottawa to Toronto. My friend Alicia was already in Toronto. She was staying with her friends. She made it okay, spent 5 days with her family, and then met me at the airport. No problems. I started leaving in Ottawa. My flight was delayed 15 minutes. Not a big deal. I had 3.5 hours to catch my next flight. Not a bad deal at all. Arrived, went through customs like this. No issues, no problem. Boom, right through customs here in Ottawa. No issues. Then when I arrived in Toronto, because I've already gone through customs, just sailed into the connection area, went up to the lounge, met Alicia, and then we looked for our flight and we got worried. We panicked right away. We panicked right away because the whole board was yellow and red, meaning it was delayed or canceled. The whole board that we were looking at in the Air Canada lounge, you didn't see anything. But you did see one thing. You saw one green. There was one green flight. And guess what? That was my flight. The whole board, yellow and red, with one green flight, and that was mine. Heading to Rome. Woo. Wow, we'll talk about luck. Talk about luck. We left on time. And the second best news that happened, when we arrived in Rome, our luggage arrived with us on time as well. We had our driver meet us there that I had been making arrangements with. Very nice gentleman. Got along really well with him. He drove us right to this beautiful hotel that we went to, and he joined us the next day. He picked us up the next day to drive us to the cruise port, which once again, super smooth, getting on the Celebrity Beyond over there in Rome. Super smooth. Then we had our cruise. Not going to talk about the cruise on this one because this video is about the flights. So let's talk about the flights home. Here we go. While I was sitting there in Barcelona, I started talking to a few people. And a bunch of them had been there for a day, 2 days, 12 hours, all with canceled flights and missed flights from delays. And there's just not enough places. Plus, other people said they had no luggage. They've been there for 6 hours. They had no idea where their luggage was. And I'm going, uh-oh. Well, you know what? At least we're heading home now. Worst case scenario, we're stuck in Barcelona for a day or two, and then there was no rush to get back home. But as lucky stars would have it, my flight left on time. Right on time, no issues with Air Canada at all. And I got on board. It was kind of funny because before I fly, sometimes I'll look at video reviewers on YouTube who review flights. That's what they cover. I cover cruising, they cover flights. And so I was watching a couple gentlemen, and one guy had a really bad time on Air Canada, where he says he was threatened that because with a lawsuit and fines because they didn't want him to film in business class and et cetera, et cetera. And I went, oh, okay, well, I'm not one to walk around with a camera on an airplane. I'm not going to disturb people who are trying to rest. This is, I'm not that kind of person anyway. And I don't think these guys were neither. So I was kind of surprised by that because I've never really had a bad experience on Air Canada, like no rude people or anything like that. And so I took my camera and I just start talking a little bit, and I'm filming my seat a little bit around and just showing how spacious it is, and the little amenity kit that they give us with socks in it and a sleeping mask. And I thought it was pretty nice overall. And I like the seats, and I'm a big fan of Air Canada as far as the business class concerned, because it's much cheaper than some of the other airlines. And like I said, I've never had a real bad experience on it. And then the chief flight attendant supervisor for our area and the whole flight, she saw me with my camera, and she's, oh, would you like me to take your picture? And I said, her name is Catherine, by the way. Hi, Catherine. And she goes, I go, oh, no, it's all right. Thank you anyway. I'm videoing because, I cover cruising, but I want to show, the whole experience, the flights and everything like that. And, I'm flying business class. And I said, don't worry, I'm not a controversial guy. I'm not going to lambaste anybody like that. And then she smiles and she says, I know exactly who you are, Don. I said, oh, okay. And we had some really nice conversations. She's very, very lovely lady. She gave me her card. She says, if there's any information you ever need or anything, please reach out to her. And if she knows, she'll let me know. So I got an Air Canada contact. Very sweet lady. Very, very nice. Also a big cruiser. She's heading on a cruise in a couple months. And so we were talking about my Rome trip a little bit in Greece. So we got along really, really well. And I was very happy. Like I said, personally, I've never had a real bad experience on a flight with Air Canada. I've had bad experiences in airports, but not on the flights themselves. And guess what? We arrived in Montreal on time, and then we had a layover. We went to the lounge again. We're sitting there falling asleep like this. And my friend Alicia was flying on to Toronto. I was flying back to Ottawa. My flight left on time. Hers was delayed about 25 minutes, but she still got there. Her luggage got there. My luggage got there. And like I said, I was talking to people who were lost. Their flights have been canceled time and time and time again. And I think I just got really, really lucky on this trip. Will I have this same luck for the rest of the summer? I don't know. But I got another few days before my next cruise. I got 4 more weeks before I'm heading to Alaska. So, yeah. I guess I was just super worried about a lot of stuff that I didn't really need to be too much worried about it, because everything pretty much went pretty darn smooth.